Who is the next man up for the New England Patriots? We're going to talk about it. My name is Aaron. You already know. This is Sports Talk Patriots on the daily, pushing out content for people just like you that love the New England Patriots. So do me a favor, pound that subscribe button, like it, and comment below. So, big question of the day, who is the next man up? So we know for the New England Patriots, there's a lot of different situations where, hey, is this person going to be starting? What's going on? But specifically with the tight ends, we're going to be talking about who's the next man up. As well, we're going to be talking about some other Elliot Wolf comments that he made during his presser. As well, we're going to talk a little bit about Matthew Judon and his trade, a little more in depth of what we have found out. So first things first, we're talking tight ends. So we know that Hunter Henry has been injured. He's been sidelined. Hopefully, all rumors point to the fact that he should be returning hopefully soon. And then also Austin Hooper has also been injured. So those two guys out. The big question now is, does that turn to Jem Bell, the 7th-round rookie out of Florida State, or does it turn to Mitchell Wilcox? Now, between me, what I have thought and what I've talked about, one of my best videos is on Jem Bell. Jem Bell is a very versatile player that can play multiple positions. You can spread him out. Obviously, he can play the Y. He can play the H-back. Very versatile. And so the question is also, I bet you I wouldn't be surprised if they even try to throw him at a fullback type situation. But that being said, he's very versatile. He's very he's big. He's not afraid of contact. Solid yards after contact. Great player, and I think in the draft is a steal as a 7th-round pick. Again, if you don't know anything about Florida State football, their top quarterback Jordan Travis was injured, and then as well, Jem Bell was the kind of third option on that team when you have Keon Coleman, who went to the Buffalo Bills, who's should do very well there with Stephon Diggs and Davis leaving. As well, they had a second receiver. I can't remember his name, but I believe he went to the Eagles. Wilson, I want to say his last name. I can't remember fully off the top of my head. But that being said, Jem Bell, the third option, I think his draft stock would have been up more if Jordan Travis, not Jordan Davis. Jordan Travis would have played the full year. I think that would have made him look a lot better. But again, I think he was a steal as a 7th-round pick. I am leaning towards him. I have said all season I think Mitchell Wilcox will be cut from the team. I don't think that he's going to make it, especially when you have two veterans at the 1 and 2 spot when it comes to tight end. So going into this third week of preseason, I would like to see more Jem Bell. Jem Bell was in on that touchdown run that Drake May had, as well as a bunch of other rookies. I think he is the future of the franchise. He needs to get in there. He needs to play, especially in this Van Pelt system. I think that it is favoring tight ends. So if he can get in there, get experience, especially at this start of a rebuild, why not? Again, Hunter Henry will be back. So why not let the young guy play? So that's my thought. Comment below. What do you think about that? Do you think that are you more leaning towards Wilcox or Bell? Again, I'm a Bell guy. I saw him in college, really liked him in college, was very surprised when he dropped so low as he did. And it says a lot too, getting drafted in the 7th round and being able to be projected as making a 53-man rosters. A lot of times in the 7th round, you'd rather just not get drafted, so you can kind of pick where you want to go based on who wants you, and picking a team that you'll have a better chance of making. So good for Jem Bell, and hopefully he can step up and seize the day, seize this moment. So that's the first question. That's the first thing we're talking about. What do you think about that tight end situation? Again, Hunter Henry should be fine. Austin Hooper, who knows with him. But again, who do you want to step in as they get better, especially these last few days of training camp going into the last game against the Commanders? So next thing we are going to talk about is Elliot Wolf. So Elliot Wolf was talking a little Brandon Ayuk, and I just want to clear the water on this just because we've talked about this a lot, and I think this is great kind of to clear up and let it be known. Because originally we were told that Brandon Ayuk, the whole situation was Brandon Ayuk ultimately had a decision where he wanted to go, but then the 49ers had to accept the trade, all those different things. So there was a couple of different stipulations, but Elliot Wolf came out and basically said that they ended their pursuit of Brandon Ayuk and felt like, hey, it was best to really jump into these young receivers. and they were having a good week, and he wants to see them to continue to progress and is excited about those guys. Now, we talked about yesterday his thoughts on the offensive line. He was excited about the offensive line. That I take like, I don't know. He's probably just saying that again because he wants to put hope in the fans. But when he talks about the wide receivers, I do believe that seeing them play in college and knowing the potential they have, I do have hope for them. Again, there has to be a line to block so the quarterback can throw it to them and they can get open, all these different things. But I thought that was just interesting that he was willing to come out and talk about that, because not all the time GMs, whatever you want to call them, de facto GM, whatever, they usually don't come out and necessarily give you all the details of all those different situations. So again, hopefully the whole wide receiver search is ended, and if anything, they get a left tackle in there that's going to be do better than Lowe. All right. And last but not least, I said we're going to talk a little bit about Matthew Judon. Now, we know that he was traded to the Atlanta Falcons. And when we're going live. Ear itches. I'm going to itch it. So he was traded for a third-round pick to the Atlanta Falcons. And apparently, before he got traded, he was given the option by the Patriots. Hey, where do you want to go? Do you want to go to the Falcons or the Bears? I respect that. Hey, between the two, which ones do you want to go to? Both of them are NFC teams. So for the New England Patriots, hey, the only way they're going to meet in the playoffs is in the Super Bowl, and we know what happened last time the Patriots met the Falcons in the Super Bowl. But the Chicago Bears, I think it's interesting. I think he looked at Atlanta and said, hey, I think they have more pieces. They just got Kirk Cousins. They're in a win-now mentality. I'm going to go there as well. When it comes to being an edge rusher, he would be the primary edge rusher. He would be the big dog on that defense as an edge rusher. Whereas if you went to the Chicago Bears, it would be Montez Sweat and him, which would be a dynamic duo. So I kind of find it interesting he didn't go there. I think that the Bears were in a better defensive spot than the Atlanta Falcons. But then again, it comes to, hey, do you want to win now? Do you want to try to make your run at a Super Bowl? I think that division that the Falcons are in, he has a better chance. The Falcons have a better chance of being competitive there. You look at Tampa Bay, won it last year, and all due respect to Baker Mayfield and that team, but I just think that division was down. It was not great. And so you have the Saints, they're on a downward trend. You have the Panthers, downward trend. They're not looking great. And so when you have the Falcons, I think they have a lot of promise, especially with all the young talent they have, and then picking up Kirk Cousins and Matthew Judon now. So I think they could easily win that. Going to the Bears, you got to deal with the Packers and the Lions. The Vikings are a dark horse. I don't think, J.J. McCarthy just got hurt, but I think Sam Darnold can be serviceable. That's a term I like to use. He can be serviceable. There's great talent on that offense. When you look at Hawkinson, you look at Justin Jefferson, you look at Addison. And so I think they have potential in Minnesota to be better than people think. I think a lot of people have just panicked when they looked at J.J. McCarthy getting hurt. But again, Sam Darnold was most likely going to be the starter going into it. So what do you guys think? Just comment below. What do you think about the tight end situation, or maybe even the Brandon Ayuk situation? Does that make you maybe trust Elliot Wolf more? Yesterday we were kind of more on the negative side of I don't know if I trust him or not. And now I feel like it's kind of flipped. Who knows what you can trust and not from him? And then this whole Matthew Judon situation, do you think he in this trade made the correct decision? So as well, this week we're going to continue to talk about the Patriots leading up their final days of training camp, leading up to their game against the Washington Commies. Sorry, my fault. The Washington Commanders. That's their correct name, though not a great name. It is their name. But anyways, we're going to be talking about that, especially Drake May going up against the second overall pick in Jaden Daniels, because they're going to get a lot of playing time. Jaden Daniels has looked great. Again, I've talked about before that I think that Washington is going to do better than people think, though they are in a tough division with the Eagles and Cowboys that should be primed and ready to go. The Giants are booty. Not good, and so it'll be fun to see, and chances are you will see a lot of the starting the first stringers in this game for both teams. So I think it'll be a little more exciting than these games we had this past week 2 of preseason, where some games didn't even top a total of 12 points, which was rough. So comment below. I appreciate you guys. Before you peace out, pound that subscribe button, like, comment below. Appreciate you guys. Peace.